Okay, so you've decided you're going to put a kitchen addition on, you're going to renovate the space over your garage. What do you do next? Typically, any larger projects should start in the planning phase. You're going to need plans, whether that's to get a permit, whether you need that to be able to get different bids that you can compare. The three common models for that project, getting it developed, is either hiring an architect designer, not a lot of difference other than the ability to put a stamp on plans. In New Hampshire, for residential remodeling, we're not needing stamped plans. Most all our plans are done by a designer or architect. So you can hire the architect or designer, go through that process, create great plans, and then send it out to bid, as people typically do, whether it's for 3 people or 5 people or as many as you want. The problem with that scenario typically is people have a great experience in design. Architects don't discuss budget as much. You fall in love with a project, you send it out to bid, and it's twice as much as you can afford, and you don't know what to do anymore. You've invested a lot of money in a design, and you don't know where to cut, and it's a frustrating process. The end, I'll talk about design build, which was kind of the catalyst in the industry. Because of that scenario, companies started linking design and budgeting together. The do-it-yourself model is you may have some experience remodeling, you may just have extra time, and we're gonna tackle this ourselves. You can certainly save money. Not always, but sometimes. You may not have the relationships with the specialty contractors. You know a heating guy that did some work in your house, but is he the best guy to evaluate your whole system? You've got multitude of people that you hire for projects like yours, electricians and framers and drywallers and contractors. We develop relationships, we weed through people, we have rapport with them, and we can predictably say they're going to be there when, what cost it's going to be, and that is a benefit. But plenty of people are doing it yourself these days. It's generally one of the places people start when they're having budget issues is, well, we'll do our own painting or something. More common than self-contracting. Last model is this design build. That was, while you're designing, your contractor is part of that process. Whether the designer and contractor are part of the same company or 2 different companies coming together. But as you ask about pitch of the roof line, how much space, where are we entering into that second floor, which walls are we taking out, what kind of windows, the contractor is bringing in budget and cost as your, is it 8-foot, 12-foot bump out, 16-foot? You're linking cost and design so that in that process, you have a sense that you're designing something that fits within your budget. Frequently, a design build company does the design. They're looking for the build. They want to construct it, but most companies are providing you with plans like an architect or designer would that you could then shop or hopefully hire that person because you've built trust, they've worked within the budget, and at the end, you have a contractor you trust and a project that fits in your budget. So those 3 models are the typical ones we see. There's slight variations of those.